Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Kevin Lucas, and I'm here to talk to you about something that's really pretty important. I've been getting a lot of questions about this over the last year and a half or so, and I feel that it needs some attention. Been getting a lot of questions about how do I choose a good school to go learn this amazing work that is the Rolf method of structural integration. I've had a lot of people call me and say, "Hey, I heard about this guy who's teaching structural integration, or he's teaching Rolfing in a 3 or 4 weekend workshop classes, and he's teaching the 10 series, and we're doing 3 sessions a weekend, and then I have my training." Well, I can tell you 100% that those are programs that you should run the other way from. Really, the best thing that you can do is go to the International Association of Structural Integrators. And what that is that's an organization that has really come together to be able to preserve and protect this career, this field of manual therapy that we have that is kind of getting chopped up by a lot of people, and it's getting sold as something that it's not, or it's getting turned into something that it's not supposed to be. If you come to me and you ask for a recipe for a chocolate cake, but I only give you a couple of the ingredients, you're going to find that that chocolate cake that you really liked isn't going to be the one that you're going to be able to make because it's missing some pieces. So it's really important that there's some major key factors that you're looking for. And I'm going to give you the first three that are kind of the basic of our career field and what sets this therapy apart from everything else under the sun. Not good, bad, otherwise, not better than, not lesser than, just another tool in the toolbox, because we got to know that there's no one right path for every person in regards to their journey towards wellness. So in the field of structural integration, the Rolf method of structural integration, the three things that you want to look for is how many hours are their program. Again, if you go to IASI's website, you're going to get a list of, I think it's 22 or 24 schools that are credentialed or approved to be, or they're recognized by IASI as schools that are following the criteria that have been set forth. Most schools are a minimum of a 500-hour training program. Some of them range a little bit more depending on if they're taking someone off the street who has zero education in the manual therapy world. My school, we're taking people who are already licensed as touch professionals, so chiropractors, physical therapists, massage therapists. So our program is a 500-hour program because they have the basic requirements of anatomy and pathology as well. So the full total hours that you're looking for is an 800-hour training, 500 hours of it being strictly structural integration information, and then 300 hours minimum of anatomy, pathology, business, kinesiology, those kinds of things. So if someone's sending you a brochure, or you're looking on a website and they're offering it over a 3 or 4 weekend training, you should know that that should be your first indicator that that's probably not the extensive education that you're looking for. So it's really important with this work is that it's like mathematics. If I try to jump you straight to algebra or even division or multiplication, but you don't even know what numbers are, you don't know how to add, you don't know how to subtract numbers, it's a building process. And if we don't get that process, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So the three things that you need to be looking for is, the first one is that you need to understand that you are going to be trained in how to look at the body as a whole. This fascial system, this very intricate web of connective tissue, we're not Legos. You can't take out the bad Lego, put in the good Lego, and expect that you're going to be good to go. Everything is completely connected from the top to the bottom, the front, the back, the inside, and the outside. And I know that sounds really basic, and we should all understand that, but the fact is that there's not a lot of people teaching that methodology. There's a lot of people teaching, okay, here's the hip, here's the knee, here's the ankle, and if you have an ankle pain, it's only coming from the ankle. And we know that that's just not true. If we want to see consistent long-term change and long-term improvement where they're not having to come back in week after week after week, we have to look at the whole. The whole body derives itself from a single cell ovum that transitions into trillions and trillions of cells. So we can't differentiate the pieces and parts. We have to learn, and that's what Dr. Rolf discovered, is that you have to take the whole body into consideration. The next thing, which is a biggie, is the fascial system. That's the tissue that we're focusing on. There's a lot of people that have taken a fascial class here and a fascial class there, and then they turn around and they start teaching their own fascial class. The fact is that a lot of people haven't even really been working extensively, specifically focusing on fascial tissue long enough to be teaching a class and teaching other people how to do it. There's a lot of people that love to teach and they're passionate about teaching, but who are you listening to? Where are you getting your information from? And do they have a lot of experience to be able to translate and share that information to you? And are they sharing a proven system with you? So in regards to learning how to work with fascial tissue, Dr. Rolf is really, that has been, she developed this therapy, and there's something to the method that she developed that other therapies just, it's different. Again, there's all paths to wellness, but this therapy that we do, we consistently, my students and my clients, over and over and over, the doctors that we work with, they say, how is it that you're able to get so much more change so quickly that lasts so much longer than a lot of the other therapies that the doctors have seen in their patients, that we've seen in our patients, or that we've felt in ourselves? So working the fascial system is key. And the last part, which quite frankly is missing in a lot of, especially the offshoots, is how to teach our clients about what is going on in their body versus what they think is going on in their body. When it comes to our body is very efficient at trying to adapt to the injuries, the activities, the job, the things that you're doing with it or have done to it. And as a result of that, it creates a story about what it thinks is structurally correct to what is actually structurally most efficient and correct. So it's really important that your education as a structural integrator, you're being taught how to work with your patients and getting your patients to reconnect with their body and learning about what their body is doing, developing that sense of awareness, and really understanding that there's a more ideal way to use your structure and there's a less ideal way. Now, we all have, different bits and bobs that we have to kind of work around, or knee replacements, or different injuries. But that being said, the body's supposed to move in a certain way. And if we can get the person to do that more than less, we're going to see those results last a lot longer. This work, in my opinion, which is, a little different, there's some schools out there that don't really believe this either, is that it's a teach a fish instead of give a fish. The Western medicine system is seeing a system where we're treating symptoms and we're throwing these medications and surgeries and procedures. And there's a lot of therapies out there where the patient believes that it's the therapist that's making them better. And what we need to get our patients to understand is that it's really about learning how to take care of ourselves first. And so, yes, we're providing the manual therapy, but if we are not offering our patients the opportunity to take care of themselves and give them great tools for self-care that they can do at home first, then they're really never going to be well for the long term. So again, the three keys that you need to be looking for is, one, it should be a minimum of a 500-hour training. If it's just a couple of weekend program, I would be running the other way. And again, you can go to the International Association of Structural Integrators. There's 22 to 24 great schools on there. There's the big schools, there's the small schools, there's the medium-sized schools. The costs are all a little different depending on the location and what they have to offer. And I just would encourage you, if you to call and talk to the administrative staff, see if you can get some information. Do they have videos? Do they have, what kinds of support do they have to offer you in your graduation process? Are you going to get an education and off you go and there's no support after that? Or are you going to really connect with the family? Because there's not a lot of us out there, so we have to stick together. So it's really important that you feel comfortable with the people that you're learning from. So every school has its salt and pepper or nutmeg, or which one works for you and makes a connection for you. But again, there's some basic key components that I encourage you to stay away from, because you're not really going to be learning the true recipe, and unfortunately you're not going to be doing the work as high of a level if you go with some of those smaller offshoot schools that are just doing it in such a quick time frame. If it takes 6 hours to cook a roast and I pull it out in 2 hours, it's not going to be what it could be. So I hope this answers some questions. If you have any questions, questions, I would love to chat with you personally. And, if my school's a good fit for you, that'd be fantastic. If we can find you the right place to go, my passion is to get as many people doing this work as possible, because it truly is life-changing. In my opinion, there's nothing else like it on the planet. That's why I'm doing it. The changes that we get, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of other therapies. So let's get more people doing structural integration. We're going to make more changes or allow the opportunity for people to make more changes in their lives, and we're going to see a better community, a better country, and a better world. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. www.massagelearningcenter.com is our website for our structural integration training program, as well as other CEUs. And then 509-891-2368 is our office phone. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.